Oh,
yay!
Finally it worked.
Mercy.
Oh,
I'm
gosh, you would
sorry
not
about
think it
that.
would be that hard.
Oh, man. Tara, I mean, it was touch and go there for a little bit. Touch and go.
I'm telling you. Yay. Hi, Tierney.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Susan. Good gracious. I was like, what the heck was going on?
So, you know what ended up working for me is I actually had to go out of the event in order to see that you were live. It wasn't
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't popping up in the event for me. I kept refreshing the discussions and whatever, and it just, but I had to go back out to my regular Facebook, and then I saw you. So, I don't know. I really don't know.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi,
Sorry.
Laura. Hi, Lori. Hi, guys.
Okay. So, let's get on with this. How are you?
What?
I said, how are you?
I am doing well. I'm excited. I had a book release yesterday. You've got a book release today. So
I know. You're going out later, too. Look at you looking all cute.
Thank you, love. I did my hair and my makeup, and I showered. I mean, that's a big deal.
I showered. Figured it had to be presentable.
Oh man, you'd be surprised. Not every day do I get a shower. It's just like the babies, they always need right away. So it's all right. It's all good. Got my legs shaved and everything. We're good to go.
Yeah, adulting.
So I have something funny to tell you. I was thinking about what we were going to talk about because, you know, I don't go live very often. Like, I just tried it yesterday for my first time. I was kind of nervous. And then Jack, my 4-year-old, he told me this funny story today, and I thought this would be a great way to start us off. He was drawing this picture, and it was of robots, and he loves robots. And there was this weird thing, like an extra thing on the belt or whatever of this robot. And he informed me that robots are all boys and they have to have penises. Who knew? So now I have all these third legs and all these robot pictures that we have hanging up on our fridge.
Third legs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to 4-year-old boys, that makes sense that robots are boys.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. Oh, it doesn't show up in the event. It shows up on your page. So no one
shows
can
that we're attending the event.
Oh, thanks.
Well,
no one can smell me.
As long as people can find it and they can watch us, that's what matters.
Yeah.
When we post it, hello, when we post it does show up, it'll show up later so people can watch it afterwards.
Okay.
It'll be in the event.
Got it. Whoop, whoop. Yes, robot penises. I just had to start us off the right way.
So, I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah. And I feel like I should warn you that some of them will be book related, but some of them might not be.
That's okay. That's all
because
right.
I wing it. Yeah.
I know. You had me all nervous earlier about that. I'm like, what are we going to talk about? This is live.
It's live. Oh, have you not watched mine and Bridget's live stuff?
I have.
I was going to say, because this is tame and behaved.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
for now.
So far.
The darker it gets, the worse it might get tonight.
I love it.
Poor Amy has to end with me when it's like 2 hours past my bedtime.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll try to get in there and see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget, you have to leave now? No, you don't.
Oh, Bridget, honey, it's not going to be the same questions. There's never the same questions. My first question for Jenny is, how many books have you written? Not necessarily published, but how many have you written?
That's a great question. I would say 7, but not all of them not all of them do I send out there to the universe to have everybody see and read. So I get nervous about that stuff. You know, especially projects that are special. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets to. And then I have the one that always is going to stay unpublished. Was my very first release, and I realized that I didn't like it, so it's gonna stay unpublished. Yes, you may have visits. They're starving. Yes, you can have your own. That's Jack. He's the one who draws the robot.
Hi, Jack.
Where did he go?
I'll see you in 2 weeks, buddy.
Yes, all the children are joining us at PennCon, and that's going to be really exciting. Special. Hi, Debbie.
She's already misbehaving. Next question. It's from the board, actually. It's one of the ones that we were asking. All of the guys are going to be, everybody that I talked to today will be asked this. Do you read what you write, the genre-wise, or do you read other genres?
I read other genres, which is really weird because I really have gotten in a groove with this historical romance and the crime elements, but I that's not what I like to read. Isn't that awful?
What do you like to read?
I have been kind of on a kind of like a post-apocalyptic kind of. I go in my seasons. Right now I'm rereading World War Z. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever read that one?
I have not read the whole thing. I need to, but it's very hard for me to read things that have similar voices to what I'm writing. So I have to read completely opposite. Like I write YA stuff and mostly dystopian or paranormal. So if I read that stuff, then I feel like that author's heads get in my voice, or their voice gets in my head. And so actually I end up reading, like, I just read Race to the Gallows yesterday. I got it yesterday and finished it. I did.
Are you serious?
And because that's completely different than what I write. I like Michael Crichton.
Oh, yeah.
I like Orson Scott Card. And I like stuff that's like, Dean Koontz. I love Dean Koontz. And it's just, that's not stuff, first of all, I'm not smart enough to write at that level because Dean Koontz is crazy smart, like Michael Crichton.
Yeah, but you are definitely. When you wrote Unapologetically Me, I was like, yes, raise the banner, preach, girl, preach. I loved it. I loved being able to read that one. So you are brilliant.
Well, I appreciate that. Apparently, I do really well writing at a level that's above me. Because I was just talking to my editor today about silent things. And she was like, you can really tell that the character is really, really intelligent. And I'm like, I just made up words. Not really, but you can ask Bridget that I would email her and be like, what's the word for this? So it's not necessarily that I am smart, but sometimes my characters are.
I know, right? Right?
Yeah.
Do you ever write poetry?
No.
No?
No. Well, I have some poems that I share with people, but they're mainly when I'm being ugly.
Oh no. I want to hear
They're like
one.
Bridget's Dr. Seuss poems.
I want to hear one. I got to hear it. Right?
Oh, not live. No, they're ugly. No.
The hubby was trying to call. So, sorry. My hubby, he's so sweet. He calls me every day on his way home, and because he likes to hear my voice. I don't know. The guy he's in love. He's in love, and I like his voice. I mean, his phone voice, like velvet.
Calm down. So I'm going to tell a story, and you'll partially know this because we stalked you, but you'll know some stuff that we don't, or you're going to learn some stuff today. So I met Jenny last year at PennCon. So me and Katie Webb, if y'all don't know Katie yet, I apologize. You're going to learn her later. We are sitting at a table across from people that we don't know. And then diagonal to us is my friend Shan. And then right beside Shan is this cute little girl in this outfit. And she has a baby and a handsome husband. And I'm like, who's this girl? And first of all, I'm not going to lie. The baby was the number one reason I paid attention. Might have baby fever. Just a little bit. So I kept telling Katie. And Katie's like, Katie's like, you have to stop stalking and staring. That's creepy. So then Branden walked by and had Frankie to go change his diaper. And we were like, oh, hi. So we actually talked to Branden first.
Oh, really?
We did. We stopped him because he had the baby. So then we kept talking, and
that's
you had
my
those little
secret
black
to selling books is a sexy husband and a baby.
Exactly. I mean, hello. I think babies are magic.
Yeah, right.
That's all you have to do. So then you had those. Remember the black candles?
Yeah.
So I told, because I have some now too because of the wedding. So I had told Katie, I was like, look, I'm going to go tell her I really like the candles and I need to look at them because they look like the candles for my wedding. But really, I just want to go talk to her.
That's awesome.
So now you know my secret of how we started stalking. It got worse than that. Trust me. You just don't want to get scared. So then me and Katie start Facebook stalking you because we heard you had 12,000 kids.
Yeah, they just fall out of me at this point.
So we Facebook stalked you before we ever talked to you. We knew about your babies. We knew about all 5 of your kids. It was creepy. And then we started messaging you, and then we got your phone number, and now you're stuck for life.
Exactly. And honestly, I love being stuck. I love being stuck with you guys. I think it was fate. Totally. Branden was meant to walk past your table with that baby at that moment.
Chelsea said, how did I miss the baby? Chelsea, she was 5 tables down from us. How did you... that's the difference. People that don't have baby fever don't see babies as much as I do. And I can zero in and find the baby in a cloud in her mother. He's the only one. So.
Oh man. Yeah. And I was, I think I was still nursing at that point. So I was having to pump. I was having to sneak away, pump because I was getting full. I love being stuck. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
So higher up, Tierney said she loves Catherine. Catherine is my main character from Silent Things, and she's actually got to read. She was one of my beta readers. So.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So
she said, once you're in, you're in. You're stuck.
Yep, I'm stuck. I like it in so many ways. I like it.
So back to books. How many books do you currently have out and published?
I have the 2 in the Mavericks of the Heartland series, and then I have Watchmen from Morning, which is it's my second novel that I completed and got all dolled up and ready for the world to see. But it's not the first one so it's the first one out there. It's my oldest book published, but it's not my first one. But that one, it was written in a very different time of my life. And so I have mixed feelings about it. Katie had said she wanted to read it, and I'm like,
That's me with At Night's End. I mean, I like the story, but at the same time, it's that first one that come out, and I'm like, I wasn't as strong as a writer then as I am now.
Yeah. It's just sometimes, you write something at a time and place, and it echoes a little bit of what's going on in that moment, and that was not one of my favorite seasons of life. So I am much more pleased now with what I'm writing and what's out there. It's a lot more fun to write too. I'll have to get you the special version.
Everybody has to love Jack and Ruby. I mean, they have to. And I already told you I love the name Ruby, so.
I know.
How did you come up with the names for them?
Actually, my family doesn't know this, but they're named after a lot of my family members. So Elliot is actually my little brother, Elliot, and he doesn't know he's in the book.
Oh,
because he hasn't read it.
Well, then he should probably read it.
I know. Let's see.
My husband hasn't read mine.
Branden's still working on reading mine. It's been out over a year, but it's all right. We're getting there. But yeah, the names. So Deputy Kurt's my brother's name. There's a newspaper reporter named Ryan. That's my brother's name. Junior, Joe, Johnny. Those are all my grandpa's brother's names.
My dad's name is Johnny. So
really,
yeah,
I love it. But Ruby was actually one of my grandma's sisters, and she was always I just remember her very bright personality.
I actually have a great Aunt Ruby too.
Do you?
I do.
I love it. That would be. I think it's it's the kind of name that it just kind of gives you a vibe when you say it, and when you know somebody with that name, it just draws you to that person.
It's sweet.
Yeah. Hazel. I wish Hazel was more popular.
I actually, I know a baby Hazel. She's 2. I love her. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Chelsea said my friend and I hung out at your table for a while too.
Yeah, well, her Chelsea, and her friend were at mine and Katie's table a while, because apparently me and Katie are a little rambunctious.
Oh, that's gonna be exciting for this year at PennCon.
I have poor Lachelle at my table.
She's gonna do great. We'll just
we have a lot of support around her.
You what?
We have a lot of support around her.
Yeah. We'll just give her extra stress balls and robots with penises.
I need for you to give Lachelle a robot with a penis. Please, God, do that.
Yeah, come on. No, go through and get it. Sorry. Now, my number 2 child, he's coming to a friend's house. That's Jonah. And so he's got to park his motorcycle in the garage. He has a little kid version of a Supercross motorcycle.
Okay.
So
all kind of sporty boys.
Yeah. Yes.
So, what kind of projects are you working on? Like, what are you hoping to release next?
Okay. So it's completely different than anything I've ever written before. And I've been working on it since 2014. It's a medieval romance retelling of Robin Hood and Maid Marian. And then
I think we talked about that.
Yes, because it then has started to turn into this magical fantasy thing, and I really want to get this world right. So I don't know. I've never read that genre before, but
that'll be exciting. Do you know who Nicole Zoltak is? Have you met her?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
Hold on, I'm gotta adjust how I'm sitting. 5 hours of live, and it's going to be a long time. I'll probably adjust seated a lot.
Yeah.
So Nicole Zoltak is also an author, and I'm pretty sure she's at Penn this year, so you might get to meet her there. But she writes in that genre. That's what she writes.
Oh.
It's like, yeah.
Like medieval romance or medieval fantasy or all
medieval fantasy, romance kind of stuff. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Chelsea says it's right up her alley. Tierney, is that how you say her name, Tierney?
Tierney, yep.
Tierney.
So fun fact about Miss Tierney is that she has a character in the Black Trials and the Silent Trials, or the Secret Trials, named after her. One of the main characters is Tierney.
Really? That's a beautiful name. I've never heard that one before, but it's gorgeous.
It just so happened that when I was looking up, because my book that came out that we're celebrating, the Black Trials is book 1, the Secret Trials is book 2, and they're based in like Ukraine, Belgium, like Russia area, because it's like based around like the Chernobyl place.
Oh.
It's not directly at Chernobyl, it's just kind of in that vicinity. So a lot of the names are Slovakian names, and Tierney is a Slovakian name.
Cool.
My main character's name is Fanya, and it means free one.
Really? How do you spell that?
Fanya.
Say that one more time.
Fanya.
Oh, I like it. Tell us more about your book. So it's based around the area around Chernobyl.
So in book 1, the group of kids that are in the book have just turned 16 within the last year.
Okay.
And on your 16th birthday, so prior to this book, on your 16th birthday, you were taken in, and according to the top 3 nightmares you've had since you were 6 years old, you have to face them in a real life setting.
Oh.
And if you survive, you become an adult. You get transitioned to adulthood.
Wow.
So in Black Trials, the tradition changes a little, and everybody that turned 16 for the year had to wait until Fanya, who was the last 16 of the year, to turn 16. They all were held couldn't visit their family, and on her 16th birthday, they had to do their trials all together.
Oh.
Well, there's a little bit of a twist because Fanya's a little special. And then
if like special abilities or magical powers or what?
There's no magical powers, actually. It's very realistic in that, like, there's no magic, there's no supernaturals, there's no paranormal.
Okay.
She's special in who she is.
Okay.
So in book 2, because there's a book 2, obviously she has survived.
Yeah.
So by rule, she should be able to start her adult life. But they switched the game on her again. So in book 2, it's telling what happens. And so then in book 3 will be the end of the series. And it's called The Riot Trials. So that should tell you where it's leading.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is going to be my next read for sure. Yeah, do you see what Bridget said? She's like, don't ask her how to spell the characters' names.
Don't talk to Bridget about spreadsheets. She's just OCD and anal. I only misspelled one person's name on a regular basis, and I knew I was never spelling his name right because I couldn't remember how I spelled it. And there's a character named Mr. Forsyth in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I never spelled Forsyth the same way in the Secret Trials, and she hated me because she had to keep checking to make sure how I spelled it, which is the same problem I had.
Did you? At least you didn't spell it like forceps. You know, that's a thing. Yeah. You know, that autocorrect would probably do something with weird names. I have that problem in some of my books too, and I have different weird names. It'll autocorrect.
I'm trying to pull up because I think you are seeing comments that I am not, and I'm trying to not miss anybody.
Hi, Leah.
See, I don't know.
Amy. Hi, Amy.
I seen Amy, but I didn't see Leah in any of this. So I'm watching the video of me on here, and it's frightening. So
wait, you're watching this video now?
Yeah, on my computer because I was trying to see who I'm missing that's showing up.
Oh, gotcha. So while you're looking, I have a question for you. What do you feel like helps your writing process? Like, you know, obviously you haven't lived an experience like that, and some people believe that you shouldn't write what you haven't lived, which I don't believe, obviously. But so then, what's your process like when you're getting creative?
So remember earlier when we had the discussion about me winging it?
Yeah.
I wing it. A lot of times, so the way my brain works is I hear music when I'm listening to music, and it creates scenes in my head.
Very nice.
And so I'm also a complete pantser. Like from start to finish, I pants the entire book. So my characters actually lead their stories. They tell me how it's going. They're very much a voice in my head, which, by the way, if you ever work with social workers or psychologists and you tell them that when you're at work, they tend to ask questions. They get a little scared for your mental health. I'm just giving you that warning because she was like, so you hear voices? And I was like,
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, to be fair, most of my friends hear voices.
Yeah.
It's part of our job. But so if I get stuck somewhere, I do have several people that I bounce ideas off. Kathy is one of them. Amy, Bridget, Katie, and I bounce ideas all the time that have nothing to do with books we're writing. We just end up with the weirdest scenarios in the world, and we just play off of them. So if I get stuck, that's how I do. But generally, I write sequentially, and I have no idea how a book's going to end.
Yeah.
Like the Riot Trials, I'm trying to somewhat plot to make sure I hit points from books 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. But no. Yeah. I don't know how they end. It's just a surprise for me as it is for everybody else.
Yeah, I like it. That's definitely how I roll. Like I try to spend some time with the characters and then kind of have them speak to me and tell me where we're going with this, how they would react in a situation, what they would say. But then I do, just for my own writing goals, like if I'm trying to get an word count or something for that day, I will have an outline of, okay, this is what they told me where I'm going, so I need to write in this direction. Hi, Cindy.
Yeah, I don't outline anything. Now, I will tell you, I impressed Amy and I impressed Bridget because I'm writing a Christmas story. That'll be the last book for this release for this year. Is my Christmas story. So Silent Things is tentatively set to release before October. Just depends on turnaround time. I was hoping to get the digital done before pinned, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it'll be late September, early October. And then I have a Christmas. And the Christmas one, I actually had to sit down because it's 12 dates that the main character has to go on. So I have date 1, the name of the person, and how she plans to sabotage the date so that I keep track of the people because there's so many different people in it. Who snuck up?
Branden, show your face.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Branden.
How are you? I was crawling. I was doing a low crawl behind the couch so that you wouldn't see me, and then
You failed.
And then I go right behind Jenny. So
yeah, we saw you.
Oh, you saw me?
We did.
Oh, jeez. My butt up and everything.
That's what she said.
How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling her that I actually spoke to you first before I ever spoke to Jenny last year at PinCon.
Oh,
Remember?
okay, yeah.
Yeah. You had the baby. You were going to change his diaper, and me and Katie stopped you because you had the baby. So
Yeah.
tends to work that way.
Yeah.
She's released a book today.
You did. Congrats.
Thank you. It actually came out last week.
So. Oh, it came out last week?
Sorry.
It did.
We're doing the release party today. So, yeah, Hawkeyes. So, Iowa State and Iowa are playing tomorrow. I'm an Iowa State fan. He's a Hawkeye. I don't get it.
Little house rivalry.
I'm with you, Cindy. I don't understand what this Hawkeye business. It's not like they're any good.
If it's not U of L or UK, I don't care.
Where are we live at? We're live on Facebook. All right. All right. Here I thought I was just talking to you, and I'm doing these farting sounds and everything.
Yep, that's why.
You are live in my event party.
Oh, golly. Hi, everybody. With a house full of boys, there's farts that go around. No lack.
I imagine.
Thank you, love.
Anyway, I'm probably ruining this. So, sorry about that. Congratulations on your book release.
Thank you.
Release party.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Can't wait.
Jenny can't even talk right now. You have her laughing so hard.
I gotta go. All right. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Hi, Cindy. Love you too. Go Hawkeyes.
That man, I tell you what. Okay,
just
so
remember.
What?
Hi, Alice. Sorry, you married him. This is what I have to tell myself sometimes. This was your choice.
Oh, I love it.
Actually, I have to remind him when he's looking at me oddly that this was his choice.
When the voices start.
And then I have to apologize for my friends because, they harass him.
Yeah. I'm what was it? Some Valentine's thing? Everybody was they were telling about, or something happened on Valentine's Day, didn't it? Wasn't there?
For his birthday, they harassed him for sure.
Oh, yep. That's what it was.
Yeah, it won't ever stop because Bridget and Katie have entirely too much fun harassing him.
You should get Branden in on that because he loves harassing people, as you can see. Like he says the Branden she's always known and loved. I know he's a wild one. I'll love it.
Just tell him it's fair warning if he harasses, we harass back and we play dirty.
That's what she. I'll get them for you. Special way.
Okay, we have 10 minutes left.
Oh, mercy. Okay, yes.
So book stuff.
Yes, book stuff. Sorry. So before Branden walked past farting, you were talking about your series, and we were talking about where it's going to be going, the riot trials, and how you let your characters speak to you. And I think that's where we were at, right?
And you said that you were kind of in that same place. You do a little bit of pants and plotting.
Yes. Yes.
So I have one more question for you.
Okay.
I am very if you've ever, poor Amy, God love her, she gets all of my, oh my God, I have another text or another book ideas kind of text. And I harass her a lot with them.
I like it.
So visual things are what gives me different kind of stories. Songs do it, obviously, like hugely. One song can write an entire story for me. But also like places that I see. So my question is, have you ever seen some place or something and been like, oh my gosh, I really need to write a story about that?
Visual. I would say, I mean, gosh, how to answer that one. The aesthetics of the 40s has always been very appealing to me. And so, I guess when I see, like when I go in, vintage shops or antique shops, the way things feel, just sometimes even the older smell, it makes me think scenes, I guess. Like I wonder, I have a thing for hats, so I'm like,
oh yes,
who wore this and what they did, and so yeah, I guess visual stuff would be props, maybe, if that's yeah, cool. I answered it correctly. How about for you?
Speaking of hats, what you all don't know is that for the week of my wedding, a bunch of the girls came in a day early, and we got to spend the time together. And so I know about Jenny's hat obsession because we went to an antique shop, and I think she bought like 5 while we were there.
I did. But
so the fun thing is you're very much like Jackie Wheeler that'll be on later. I'm telling you, it's going to be like magic at PinCon when you all meet.
Really? Well, and I remember commenting on a post that I feel like we're kind of getting set up on a blind date,
Yes, and she just joined.
Oh, really? Whoa. See?
It's like magic.
She was meant to be here. Hi, Jackie. Apparently, you and me are going to be like, this instant besties. Thank you. Yes.
Yep. It's going to be great.
Yes. So you have a thing for hats too, huh, Jackie? Bates, hello. Yes. Sorry, just 1 second. Hey. Okay. Making sure the children weren't murdering each other.
That's good. It's fine.
She feels pressured to have fantastic hair and makeup now. Oh, I'm going to a thing after this, so that's why otherwise I'd be in yoga pants with my hair.
She says, love hats and vintage clothes.
Nice. I'm going to dress up at PenCon. Not just the 20s theme that they have going, but I'm going to be, whenever I do a signing, I dress in the era. So I'm going to, yeah.
Jackie is totally pumped to dress for it, too.
Yeah? I'm excited.
Yeah. I am not dressing up. At PinCon, you all are lucky enough that I wear makeup. And that's about the only time that I wear makeup is for signing. So that's because nobody wants to see all of this without makeup.
Oh. But makeup.
I will not be wearing my lashes, though.
You're going to wear your lashes?
No.
No? Oh.
No.
You should. The magnetic ones, right?
The ones I wore for the wedding were not my magnetic ones. They were dollar store ones.
Oh, really? I've tried ones, and I'm not sure how I feel about them.
I liked them long enough for the wedding, and then I was super happy when they came off.
Yeah. So, okay, those were the dollar store ones. not magnetic, were they the glue?
Yeah, my makeup artist, she glued them on me.
That's really impressive. That is very impressive.
And they stayed on, because I had makeup done at like 9, and they stayed on until we got home 9 at night.
Yeah, yeah, you were gorgeous on your wedding day. Oh my gosh.
The only time I was gorgeous.
Oh no, I agree with Jackie. You are definitely naturally beautiful. Like, we have a whole bunch of really beautiful women. I'm just very impressed. You know, I mean, really, we're all just, you know, this big ball of, yeah, we're hotties. We know it.
Yep. Well, I'm going to sign off. What I want you to do when we get signed off is post a link to like your page and, you know, to your books, those kind of things, so that it can actually stalk you on Facebook, not just live wise.
Or in person.
Yeah. I mean, I like to stalk you in person. I'm a total stan, so it's fun.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. I will definitely do that. Thank you for having me, and congrats again on your release. That's really exciting.
Thanks for joining me on the shenanigans. I wish we could have got it started a little sooner.
I know. Sorry. Thank you for your patience on that too, because I'm just not a tech savvy person. So thank you.
Oh, well, I have a feeling it might continue that way for the rest of this evening, because that's just how my day's been. So.
Well, like I said, if I went out of the event, then I saw you. So
yeah. I'm going to make sure, because up next is Trisha Copeland, and I'm going to make sure to let her know that if she goes out, then she can come in and watch it, and I can invite her.
Yes.
So, guys, it's going to be about a 3-minute break. I'll be back at 7 o'clock, and it'll be with Trisha. So we'll see you then.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.